All right, guys, so we're going to be making some burnt ends with a pork belly. Should be pretty good. We'll see. And hop right into it on how I do it. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and cut these into strips. Normally I do like about 1.5 inches. And then once you cut it into strips, you want to go ahead and do another 1.5 inches and pretty much just make a bunch of cubes. So let's go ahead and get it cut up. So next you want to hit all sides of each cube with whatever seasoning that you pick. Today we're going to be going with the gospel, and you can either throw the rub inside the bowl and mix it up that way, or you can just sprinkle it on each cube and then just flip it over each time that you douse it. All right, the next step, you want to soak in the seasoning. You can do a minimum of 15 minutes all the way up to 24 hours, but once you got it wrapped in saran wrap and in a bowl or whatever, just toss them in the fridge until you're ready. The next step, we'll get the smoker fired up. All right, so I set my my gauge for 300 just to warm it all the way up, and then I bump it down to 250. I'm gonna leave it at 250 for about 2.5 hours. So go ahead and put all your pieces on there and leave the lid shut for 2.5 hours. Come back and we'll talk about the next step. So we've been on the smoker for 2.5 hours and they're super tender. You pretty much want to take a thermometer and poke it from the fat side, and if it goes in like butter, then that tells you that they're super tender. So we'll go ahead and pull these off, put them in a bowl, and I'll show you the next step. So you want to be kind of fast when you do this because you don't want those to drop in temp. So you're going to take them, you're going to put them in a pan, you're going to add, I take normally like a cup of brown sugar, a half a stick of butter, and then I take honey and I just lightly douse it just super fast. But put all those in a pan, put that on top of it, run a couple streams of honey, and then cover it with aluminum foil. And this is what it should look like once you get everything done. So we'll go ahead and cover it, and we're gonna throw it back on the smoker for about 1.5 hours. So I got these bad boys back on the smoker. Like I said, I'm gonna let them sit on there covered for about 1 hour, 1.5 hours. If you're stressed for time, you could do 1 hour. If you have time, you could do 1.5 hours and just turn that temp down a little bit. You can go down to 225 or leave it at 250. The hottest I would cook these is 275 though, so I wouldn't go up to 300. Now, the reason why you want to do this is because it's going to help render that fat even more, and it's going to soak up that brown sugar and that butter, and it's just going to help it be even more tender for you. The next step is super quick, so hang in there with me. All right, so I went ahead and pulled them. It was 1.5 hours, and the next step, you want to coat all of the pieces, coat all of them with barbecue sauce, and put them back in the pan, keep it uncovered, and throw them back on the smoker. All right, yep, still don't touch that temp, leave it as is, and they're all coated in barbecue, so let them sit on there for about 10-15 minutes and let that barbecue glaze up. And there we have it, all glazed up. Go ahead and try one of these bad boys. I hope y'all enjoy this recipe. If you critique it any or change anything up, let me know in the comments so that way I can give it a shot too. So until next time, I've been Chris. This has been Duckalope Outdoors. Y'all stay safe out there.